One of the worst things you can hear from somebody that you have helped is, I didn't ask you to do that. You did it on your own. I didn't ask you to do that. You did it on your own. You didn't have to do that. People have a way of forgetting. It's like they get brain fog that you were there for them in a time of need. And once they got on their feet, they tend to forget that they benefited off your help. Once they get ahead, they forget. And it's heartbreaking for those ones that actually have good hearts, that are always overgiving and always there to be somebody's safety net, always there to be that crutch, that emotional crutch, that financial crutch for people when they're in a time of need. And then they come back and have no gratitude. I always encourage people, it's a good thing when you're able to give. It's a good thing when you're in position to be able to give and be able to bless somebody. But oftentimes, a lot of people that are giving and move with good intent, that don't look for a pat on the back, they don't look for no praise, don't look for no glorification, that just moving with good intent and goodwill, they often finish last. They finish last. I always tell them it's a good thing to give, but be careful who you help and who you giving to. Because those same people, when they get ahead, they don't even look back. They don't look back. They don't show no appreciation. They don't show no gratitude, no nothing. It's as if they feel like you were entitled to do it. I was talking to a close person to me, man, and he told me that his woman that he had been dealing with for 12 years, all of a sudden woke up one day and told him that she was ready to leave. She wanted to see how it was to be on her own, and she wanted to go on this independence tour. So she went on this independence tour for about a year and a half, and the independence tour flopped. It flopped, fell flat on, no tickets sold, nobody showed up. The people that she wanted to get out here and date, because that's what it was all about. She wanted to go out there and see what else was out there. And she had came into a little bit of money. But when she went out there and found out that there was nothing else out there, she came running back. The bills piled up. She left with zero debt. She left the relationship with zero debt, but came back with over $30,000 in debt. Can't pay the rent. Robbing Peter to pay Paul, but came back to this man because he has always been her safety net. Always been that one that can think and help navigate and help get out of situations. And as soon as he helped this woman get back on her feet, and she came back and said she wanted to work on a relationship again or whatever, and he was all for it, because he loved her. They got kids, and I understand that. But soon as they got to the point where he said, "Yeah, I'm ready to move forward with the relationship. Let's dig a little deeper and let's work on getting engaged. Let's work on getting married." Crickets. Leaving the boy on red, not responding to texts. When we called her out on it, all of a sudden she was the victim. All of a sudden he's over aggressive. All of a sudden he's being weird. All of a sudden, I don't want to do this no more. This man having trouble sleeping, having trouble really gathering himself up and focusing on what he got to do now, because he had poured all his resources into her, taking out loans to make sure that she got back on her feet. And she returned the favor by ignoring texts, ignoring phone calls, not wanting to spend time, not wanting to really work on a relationship. Came back saying, "Oh, I've changed. I've done this. I've worked on myself." And it's been no change. It's been nothing. And I told the brother, I said, "Man, look, you have spent so much time being her safety net. You have spent so much time saving her, but she don't want to save herself. She don't appreciate you. It's probably time to really start thinking about moving forward and focusing on yourself and focusing on those kids." "Well, I don't want to see my kids out on the streets because I know she's going to end up being that's her problem at this point." she has sabotaged herself. I've never understood how a lot of y'all go through this where you have set up a perfect pathway for success for somebody. You have set up a perfect pathway for financial freedom, stability. You have set up a perfect path for a relationship that could really flourish and really prosper. But that mate of yours or that person that you have poured into just don't want that for themselves. They don't want that for the family. They don't want it for nobody. They're just thinking about themselves. And that's how a lot of these people operate. They think about themselves. They think about they think about the now. How can I get out of this jam now? And they know that you are going to be there to stand in the gap for them and bail them out each and every time. And then when you hold these people accountable, they tuck their tail and run. They tuck their tail and run. Once they get back on their feet, they have no use for you no more. You won't get no calls. You won't get no check-ins. You won't get nothing. And the heart in you, the good spirit in you will allow them to come back and do it over and over again because they know you're going to be there. People like this are irresponsible. They would go out there and create all types of debt and know that they got a person on standby that's going to come and bail them out. Well, if I make this expense, so-and-so is going to come and bail me out so I can go ahead and do this. They're going and get an expensive car note or get a place they can barely afford because they know they got a person that's going to be there to bail them out. And a lot of y'all have to stop being suckers. A lot of people are suckers for love. They are suckers. They are fools for these type people. You know, especially when people have kids with people, because women go through it too. Sometimes they deal with men that just don't appreciate nothing you've done for them. People ain't shit these days, man. People ain't shit. Excuse my language, but people ain't shit. They will use you until they can't use you no more. Those same people that you have helped, if you needed it, nowhere to be found. These people can't think for themselves either. They can't. If any kind of thing come up when it's crunch time, them people gonna be the first to bail out and leave you stranded. This man told me his car went down when we had that bad winter storm, and he had did so much for this woman. He didn't even have food. Right? She went off for this man no food. Didn't check to see if he was okay. Not a text, not a phone call, not a nothing. Right? But a next door neighbor of hers, was locked out the house. Right? So all of a sudden she calls him and say, "Hey, the neighbor's locked out the house, and I don't want him out in the cold. So can you come up here and sit up here with us?" So he walks up to her apartment. They live in the same complex. Keep that in mind. They live in the same complex. Weird situation, but walk up to the house. He walk in. She done made this man a cup of hot cocoa and a plate of pancakes. Didn't offer her man anything, but catered to this neighbor. I said, I don't know how you did it. You got patience, because me, I'm a good person. I'm humble and everything. But if I walk in and my woman had made somebody pancakes, it's a wrap. It's going to be some physical altercations. And I'm going to check her. And that man shouldn't have felt that comfortable enough to accept it. And I'm just saying. But a lot of y'all experience stuff like this where you show up for everybody. You show up for any and everybody. But when it comes time for somebody to show up for you, there's nobody around. You got to go through the storm by yourself. It's just you and God. You got to go through everything alone. This man told me he hadn't slept in 2 days because he's still trying to wrap his head around everything that's going on. He's still trying to process it. I told him the best thing you can do is get away from that situation. She don't appreciate you. You in your 40s now, bro. A lot of people were in their 40s going through this stuff. And you got to look at your current situation and say, do I want to continue to go through this stuff at 50 and 60? You at a time in your life where you can't keep bailing everybody out and saving everybody. You have to worry about your future. Every second, every minute, every hour counts at this point. You can't continue to put yourself in the same old toxic cycles, the same old situations to where you overextending yourself and you looking and you barely got anything in your savings. You can bail people out. And the part that people don't realize, the people that you helping out, they don't care about what the fuck you got going on. They can care less about your bills. They can care less about your medical condition you might have. They can care less about your kids. They can care less about anything you got going on. As long as you have given them what they needed, that's the only thing that matters. It's survival of the fittest out here. People are all out for themselves, but the people with good hearts continuously put themselves in these situations to where they are always there at everybody's beck and call. I say that a lot on the show. You're always there, but when it comes time to reciprocate, those same people will never show up for you like you show up for them. They will never show up like you show up for them. And there's so many of y'all with good hearts, with good intention, with a good spirit. You're doing things according to how Christ would want you to do it, how God would want you to do it. And you don't have any reciprocation at all. You know, it's good to be given. It's good to be a cheerful giver. But how long will it what is it gonna take for y'all to realize that God don't want you to be a fool either? Be a cheerful giver for people that's gonna actually appreciate it. And people move like this. The least they can do is show they appreciate it. The least they can do is say thank you. Some of these people won't even say thank you. Some of these people won't say thank you because they feel entitled to your resources. They feel entitled to everything you have, but will never look back and tell you thank you. Will never move like they appreciate you. They will forget about you each and every time. Each and every time. A lot of y'all are are financially stable. You in good financial situations. And all of a sudden everybody is your friend. All of a sudden everybody's your friend. All of a sudden your family members you haven't heard from in years is coming back full circle. All of a sudden everybody want to jump on board. But if you go through a point in time where you fall off, nobody's nowhere to be found. It's going to be you having to scrape and scramble to get yourself out of this financial burden. It's crazy. I encourage y'all just to be careful and be very cautious who you extend a helping hand to, because not everybody is going to be appreciative. Not everybody is going to reciprocate. And not everybody give a damn because they're entitled. They feel like they have this false sense of entitlement. They're spoiled. You have made it too easy for them. You have made it too easy for them to continuously fuck up. Stop making it easy for people to fuck up. Sometimes you gotta let people fall on their face and deal with it. They have to be held accountable. It might hurt to see somebody you love go through it. It's tough love out here, man. Because when you in your time of need, if you fall off, nobody's gonna be there while you scraping and scrambling. Nobody's gonna be throwing no life jacket out to you. Ain't nobody coming to your rescue. This is gonna be you and God. And before I leave this video, I appreciate all the support I've been getting, all the people that have been rocking with the channel. Shout out to you, Kawana. You've been supporting. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting. I appreciate every last one of y'all. I try to get to every last comment. I just want to extend my gratitude because I really appreciate it.